Up here in Phoenix today, it is a hot one here on Thursday, and it is going to be a pretty busy race weekend for the guy right in front of us right now. He'll be heading up to the High Miler at Sandusky, Ohio. It will be race number 5 for Jeff Abold on the year. 2, he was at Berlin 2 weeks ago for the ISMA MSS races there. He has a couple of starts at Oswego. He's finished in order, third, second. So if you like to follow numbers and see if trends continue, I guess we know what's going to happen on Friday night. How you doing, man?
Good, very good.
Have you thought about that? Like, we're getting better, or maybe this next one's going to be ours?
Yeah, Don, I was mowing the lawn the other day. I said, well, if there's any type of a pattern brewing here, then it'd be kind of nice. Maybe the next 2 races we'll see for it. But yeah, we actually won't be making the Friday night show at Sandusky. Just going for Saturday.
Just Saturday.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I didn't know anybody did that. I guess I thought if you went for both.
Usually we do. This year it just worked out between work-wise and the way it was and everything, and just getting the car ready just gave us an extra day to do it. So just kind of focus on the big race there. And that Friday night race is so much fun. A lot of times there's a lot of attrition, things like that, but kind of unfortunate to have to miss it, but it gets us ready for the big show.
Yeah, and you still got some work to do. I mean, it's 6:45 here. The wings aren't even on yet, so we've still got a lot to do. We're mounting tires.
Oh, yeah, maintenance and everything's done. That's the thing that takes the most time. Scale-wise, I have everything written down, notes-wise, so it's pretty quick to get everything set once we get up on the table and everything. So that's kind of the easy part once we get there.
Okay, so we're a couple hours away, or a little more than that?
Yeah, pretty much. By the time we're set and everything, we'll finish up some things in the morning and all that. But pretty much, I'd say, yeah, you got probably 2 to 3 hours worth of finishing everything.
High Miler was one point a part of the Triple Crown back when they used to run Star back in the day. You won, was it the Saturday portion, was it 2 years ago, right?
Yes.
What are the keys to getting around this place at Sandusky?
It's tough. Out of the 3 races for the Triple Crown races, I'd say it's the most physically demanding. It's a 100-lap race, green flag only, so it's a long race. Classic being 200 laps and cautions count. Star's a 150-lapper, but it's over in an instant because it's just so quick.
Okay.
Yeah, physically, it's just always a tough weekend. It's obviously when you run both days, it's grueling just getting ready. Then you have to get the car prepared for a long race that day. It's the only race that has a race the night before like that. So just kind of preparing for that and everything. And then the race itself, it's always just a very hot weekend. There's good competition. There's some guys out there that have run a long time. They know what they're doing out there. So yeah, it's definitely the most physically demanding race, and I think the most taxing on the race car and everything. So you really have to be prepared for it.
Is it like the corners sharp or something? Is it a shorter track? What makes it so demanding?
It is. It's just like a perfect paperclip type track. So long straightaways. So you're, engine wise and everything, you really have to be on it because you can really hurt an engine, anything there. And then very tight corners, but really racy track where you have to really slow the car down, get into the corners, and then try to build that momentum back up for the long straightaway. So it's really key to get through those corners, keep the momentum up, and then have that speed coming off the corner just to get down that long straightaway. And that's kind of really the key to Sandusky.
Do you like paper clips? Because guys who've run the paper clips before say they are demanding because you drive it in so deep, and as soon as you get it straight, basically, bam, you're getting ready to dive into another one.
Yeah, it's like you get that quick little breather. You kind of, see what's going on ahead of you and, think about what's going on behind you and everything, and then you're right back into that corner, and then you're right into the straightaway again. So it's, it's definitely, honestly, the tracks we run, it's fairly unique, just in the sense most of the tracks we run are not that kind of typical paperclip style. So.
Yeah, and they also said mentally demanding too, because like you said, you got a second to kind of reset when the car's straight and look ahead of you, and okay, I want to go there, and so
yeah, exactly. And you're especially on traffic and everything, you just kind of launch up on them so quickly and everything. So you really got to be on your toes with it.
How much more wing stuff are we going to do, or do we know yet?
Definitely this weekend, and then going forward, there's really only these 2 races. Right? There's Lee Speedway and Evans Mills. Lee is the night before an Oswego race, so I don't know that we're going to be able to make it. Okay. And Friday shows are tough for us, anyways, just we have the business and everything doing it, but definitely Evans Mills. So, yeah, that basically, I was surprised when I looked at the schedule and we were kind of looking to see if there's any more races, and that's pretty much it there. But, so yeah, we'll pick up as much as we can here going forward.
And hopefully not retire early at Evans Mills, right?
Yes.
But you were up against the lap number on that, weren't you? I thought you remember telling me it was almost about time for a freshening.
We were close, and there were some things going on. We had some issues, and then even in the off season, we were hoping that we made some upgrades, made some changes, everything there. And then even at the start of this season, we had an issue engine with a brand new engine that we had from there. So I'm hoping all of that is behind us now. It was just one of those things where we made all the upgrades we could with some things that we think we were taking care of. We ended up having another issue with it there. So Enders was great with us to help us. They came over here, gave us some good tips and pointers and everything. So I think we've got everything straightened away now and everything. But yeah, last year was just, we're already having an issue and then up against lap count too. So both ways it was kind of just a bummer.
Yeah, because when it stopped, I remember you told me that the week before, and I was like, oh man, I hope it's not the motor, because was it a big deal or a small deal?
No, and the biggest thing with there is you're really not hurting a motor too bad on Evans Mills. You're just only on the gas for so long and everything there.
True.
The biggest thing is that's another check where it's just basically a circle, so you have so much G-force at all times. You have to really be careful how much oil is in the system, what's going on, and that's kind of what's happening is with that G-force, it's getting away and it starves the engine, and you have a problem. So
I could see that. You're right, because I like a track where you do have that moment where everything kind of settles. Of course, you do have the sump system, so in theory,
you shouldn't have
no cylinders should be starved for oil, right?
Exactly, but if they do it all even for an instant, that's it, that's done. So I think we've kind of come along to that's what the issue is, and a lot of times I think that's what it comes down to with these cars. When they do have an issue. And unfortunately, this year, for whatever reason, in the super world, we've just had a lot of engine issues and, just various problems. A lot of guys have been knocked out for a while and everything. So hopefully that's the end of it. We can all kind of keep moving forward and everything. I know it was a problem at Berlin where they were hoping for a much better car count, but right in the last week, we probably had 4 or 5 guys that had some type of a problem. So, but it's just the nature of the beast with it.
Yeah, I think I thought 3 DNSs on Saturday.
Exactly.
One of them was Mo, obviously, for a different situation there. But are we learning anything from all of these issues that we're having?
Oh yeah, there's always something to be learned with it there. And engine stuff can be really tough too, because it's just a hard thing to diagnose, because these things happen at speed doing that, and there's obviously nothing you just plug into it like a car or anything. You get the trouble code from it and see what. So you really have to get back, and that's even what's tough. At the end of the season, we thought we had it all squared away, and lo and behold, there's some other things. So just every time there is a small problem, just have to take care of it and learn something from it.
Obviously, last week, autograph night must have been fun. I watched the count as the bicycles that were given away to the kids. How many did we end up getting?
118 officially was the total number.
So how many, if you had to guess, percentage of kids left with new bikes? More than half?
Yeah, oh yeah. It was definitely a lot of new faces. I know during the autograph session, I had a few people that came around to me that was their first time ever going to the Speedway, and that's why they're there. So, yeah, exactly. And then a few people there. The best part was a couple kids that picked them up during the week at the store and everything, and that was their first bike, and they're leaving, walking us. So it's I'm sure there's some kids that maybe it was their second time winning. It doesn't matter. It's just cool kids walking away with bikes and full pits of kids riding bikes around on the track and everything. Just really cool.
Yeah, I mean, if you were a kid, you grew up around it, unfortunately, not like a lot of these kids, but I was 8, 9, 10 years old, and I found out they were giving out bikes. I'm going to stay on them all week.
Oh, yeah, I would, and I think that's what happened, too, is a lot, you catch wind, especially everybody's on social media now, they see it, and Mike Silman did a great job just getting it promoted and out there and everything. So I think a lot of people knew about it, and then hopefully made some new fans and get some new faces coming back. So, yeah.
Who are these people that gave these bikes? Are they just friends of the track, friends of yours, or just people come up to you? I got one.
Honestly, when Mike started and kind of got a group chat going, a lot of the first people to really donate were just people in the community, customers of ours, but just people around the Oswego area that just, wanted to do something, thought it was the coolest thing. So I'd say the first 50 to 60 bikes were probably through that, and then all the race teams, people are fans of the track and everything, started really stepping up and doing that. So pretty good mix from it. But this year we had way more community support, which was just really cool to see. That was nice.
Speaking of support, we're looking for yours. We are looking, of course, for subscribers. Why don't you turn on your notifications, all that kind of stuff like that to help us out, to get our word out there a little bit more. We only got about a little over a minute left. So I would imagine you guys got real good at building bikes really fast.
Yeah, especially Mike there. He did probably 99% of them. The last night we still had a dozen or so. Actually, I think it was 16 officially to put it together. So that Friday night before the autograph session was a pretty busy night for us.
Very nice. So, well, good luck this weekend. Like we said, ISMA and MSS is at Sandusky both nights. It's the High Miler, and that's like a gas station or something, right? Is that what
it is? Convenience store chain out there.
Convenience store chain. It took me forever to figure that out. And then I saw it and got it spelled right the second time that I did it. And then, of course, we'll be back at Oswego. Classics coming up soon. OswegoSpeedway.com. ISMASupers.com is how you can find out more. Always good to see you, man. Good luck. I hope you have a great weekend.
Appreciate it. Thank you.